All right, here we go. Boo! Yeah. We Woo! Fired up this week. You guys up in here? Are we live?
Push add to broadcast with Big Feist. I just want to see where the comments will go. So move him.
Oh.
Move it. No.
Can you guys see it? It's kind of dark, huh? We might have to fix that. So hey, what up? What up? If you,
Put it down. No one wants
Yeah,
to
but-
sit up at you.
yeah, but if it's up high,
It's fine.
you can't read the question. It needs to be right here.
No, only everybody else can read it. Just
Oh, really?
you can read it from on here.
I know, but if
No, everyone wants it down here where it should go.
Hey, so we got a new setup. Mel was going getting all creative here. You see our new setup? We got so hopefully we got no glitches. Here's the camera here. I'm like looking up. Hey, hopefully we got no glitches. We have a new screen set up. We got new artwork. We're going direct off of. We don't even have to be plugged into the modem. So hopefully this fixes the problem. So we're going big here tonight. So I hope you guys can hear us, man. What's up? What's up? And I'm not drinking magnesium this week, so I ain't going to fall asleep on you. I was a little out of it last week, huh? Just sipping on a little water tonight, that's all. That's good stuff. All right, so what's good, man? Welcome back to another Moto Monday. Hanging out here on Monday nights, 7 p.m. Central Time. Coming off some good Supercross racing, huh? Hammaker in the 250 class is off the charts right now. Took the heat race win, and just killed it in the main. So I was just thinking about it. I took a quick shower before I jumped in here today. And when I was in the shower, I started thinking about how many like up and comers are coming up. I'm like, man, you got Hammaker, you got McAdoo, you got both of the Lawrence brothers, and I'm just thinking like, you look at the 450 class, there's 15 dudes in the 450 class that are all named guys. Like, you know that last couple spots are a couple guys squeaking in there. But for the most part, that's all like heavy hitters in the 450 class. And then you think about this group that's in the 250 class, both East and West has those guys. They're eventually got to get to that 450 class. So eventually, think about it, that 450 class is going to be probably 1 through 20th, all named dudes. And there's no room for it's going to be so hard to make that main event. But anyway, I was just thinking like how much competition is in all these classes. So good racing. Super bummed for Roxton. You know, everybody's just, what was it that caused him to get he had the bad line. Obviously, you guys watched the races. He got a bad gate pick because of did he crash in his heat? What happened to Roxton in his heat race? Something happened to him in his heat race. He didn't finish. Well, I can't remember now, dang. But anyway, I know he had a bad gate pick, and he was in that squirrely line, came out, just didn't get a good start. And then he kind of came through, made a couple moves, and then when he got to about 6, it looks like that was about all he had. And then he kind of just settled in for 6th, and Cooper, got a good start and pretty much led the whole race. So, dang, not what I wanted to see. But hey, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Hopefully Roxton can come back here and gain some points back. But I think he's down by like 6 points right now. It was like a big swing. I think he only had like 2 or 3 going into it. And then with Cooper winning and him coming in like 6th or 7th where he finished, that just threw him back. So definitely going to have to make some adjustments to get this championship back. But we're pulling for him no matter what. So other than that, guys, we are headed into... Man, crazy day here in the Midwest. I know some of my boy Brian's on here. We got Brian on here. Some of the boys out here from the Midwest jump on here. But man, here today, it's been raining here for like a week straight, it seems like. Just rain, all cloudy. But today, the sirens start going off. And I'm not from the Midwest, so like when I hear tornado sirens, I don't know if people are like freak out and like, hey, we got to like take cover, or if that's like normal for the Midwest. And just people that live here hear them all the time. They're probably, or people that grew up here are probably used to it. They probably don't even react. Like they're probably like, oh, whatever, it's just another whistle. But the sirens are. I've only been for like two of them now. The first year we moved here, we had one, and then just today, sirens are going off, and of course Mel is always like she don't ever take chances on nothing. I'm always laid back, like oh whatever, peeking out the window trying to see if I see anything happening. It's probably the last thing you're supposed to do is stare out the window. That's me. I'm that dude. The first one I was outside trying to film it, and she got yelled at me for that. But she pins it down in the basement. And she's hiding out down there. And anyway, it rolled up. I mean, it did touch down. Like, it ended up from what I heard, there was a warning, sirens go off, and then the tornado actually touched down, I think, just south of where I'm at, like southeast in Belton, and kind of headed out to kind of where Brian lives, out in Lee Summit. But anyway, that was happening today, so that was kind of just caught us off guard. And I have a funny picture of Mel. I don't know why how did my mom end up on the thing over here? Mom's in the chat. What up, Mom? I don't know how you ended up on the screen. I wasn't even touching anything. But anyway, I got a funny picture of Mel hanging out. She's down in the basement. I can see she don't play games. She takes all precautions. She's in the basement, in the closet with the dog, with like all the dog food. The dog could last for a month of food with a Moto helmet on. I'm not going to put the picture up and put her on blast. But I almost posted it on Instagram. I was going to do a story and clown her, but I didn't. I just sent it to Twitch, and me and Twitch were laughing about it. But anyway, so pretty crazy. But now, we got all this rain's been here. Hopefully it clears up. I have a class coming up on Saturday the 20th at Grain Valley, but I'm hoping the track actually dries out because I don't think the rain's over yet. I think we got more coming here in the next couple of days. So hopefully we're able to get the class off this Saturday. If not, if we got to push it to Sunday, if the track's available, we might be able to do that. Very worst case, I looked at last weekend or next weekend's weather. I think the weather looks decent for the following weekend. So I'm pretty sure we're going to get this class in. I just don't like to switch. I hope we could do it on Saturday, but we'll get it in. Either way, we're not going to skip it. I've never skipped a class, to be honest with you, ever. We've had a shuffle, I think 2 so far because of the rain out here in the Midwest. But other than that, we've never missed. So my plan is to get it going. And that'll be this Saturday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And other than that, the next one is going to be April 24th? Let me pull up the schedule here real quick. April 24th, yeah. April 24th, and that one will most likely be either at Grain Valley or the Hillsdale track. So I was in touch with both of those guys this past week. Grain Valley's all ready to go. And then the Hillsdale owner is just now, he said once the rain passes and it dries out a second, he's going to get that place set. So we'll have that place up and going, and that might be an opportunity for us as well for some future classes. But excited to get the Midwest classes here. So if anybody's interested, go right here, RonnieFaisstMX.com. You can find out information about schools. And then if the April class is available on there, it doesn't say the date right now, but just if you're interested, it's going to be April 24th, as long as the weather's good. And so all that's looking good. If you want to follow me on all the social pages, it's at Ronnie Faisst. And just to let you guys know, we did a spring sale just to kind of kick things off here for the spring. It's 15% off all our merch, and it was going over the whole weekend. It goes to midnight tonight. So if you guys want anything, jump on the website, Ronnie Faisst MX, and just use Spring 15. Spring 15 is the checkout code at checkout, and you can get whatever merch you want at a discount. So other than that, we are going to dive in. So if you're new here, we do this every Monday night. We hang out with Talk Moto. We answer questions, try to give some good advice, try to be helpful, and give back to the moto industry. So let's just see who's up in the chat, man. We got Jared up in here. We got KS. We got Brian. We got Big Feist. Tommy Shea. Chris. Big Bird. Liam. We got all the boys up in here. Jared. Well, sweet. Big Nate. Big Bang. Tommy Shea. Moto X33, Scummy Brat. We got Trent. Yeah, we got, Curtis is up in here. Seen Curtis at the gym this past week. Curtis is looking shredded, getting the size back. Yo, I'm up to 185 right now, bro. I don't know if that's belly fat or muscles, though. I look out on the scale, and I'm like, 185. I'm like, man, I'm not that bad. I'm like skinnier now than I've ever been as far as mass, but I weigh 185. I'm like, it's got to be belly. It's sad. But either way, hey, I'm hitting it hard. I'm trying to stay on the game. And excited for riding season, man. It's warm. See, that's what I realized about the Midwest. It's freezing, and then all of a sudden it gets warm, but then it rains. And then it rains so much you can't. They're like, all right, it's warm now, but now it's raining so much all the tracks are flooded. And then it gets summer, and you got your little window. So you got to take advantage. thought I'd take advantage of the riding weather out here. So looking forward to getting in some riding here real soon. So let's dive into some questions, man. Let's see here. And if you're new here, put some question marks up just to give you a little idea. Can you see? See, I can't really. Can you guys see her question? Because it's in black. We need to change the font to white and move it over here. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm going to put it right down here. But if you guys can't see it, this is from KS, but she puts the question marks. See the question marks? So that's how I find your questions outside the comments if you're new here. Everybody here week after week knows the program. But let's just see. It says, what is the cause you keep talking about? The cause? I'm not 100% sure what the cause is that I keep talking about. I don't know, KS. What cause? The cause? I don't know. Oh, the just pin it. All right. The just pin it. Okay. So the just pin it, that's just the moto terms. Just pin it means like on the gas, wide open. That's just moto guys say that. I feel like that was like the most common thing. Every time I asked like Twitch or someone, yo, how fast I need to hit that jump? Twitch would all be like, dude, just pin it. He always said that. So it's just moto term, moto lingo. Just pin it. I know. So I wear the t-shirt at the gym sometimes, and obviously just a couple moto people in there, me, Curtis, a couple other people. For the majority of the people, are probably not moto people, right? Football people and stuff. They're probably like looking at my shirt, just pin it. Like, what does that mean? I have no clue. But the moto dudes get it, so it's all good. All right. So let's see here. Where's Big Feist doing? Yeah, Big Feist is up in here. Big Feist. And hey, we had a rainbow right after the storm. That was kind of cool. Walked outside when it finally got done dumping, and it rained. When that storm came through here, it was dumping. It dumped, and then all of a sudden, it was the first time I feel like I've seen the sun in a week. Sun came out, rainbow came out. It was a pretty cool little sight. All right, so we got Liam. Liam says, what's going down, Feist? Chilling, my brother. Chilling. No, we do it. All right, we got Brian here. And hey, I apologize that we can't see this. This is the first time using this new setup here, so maybe I can make it smaller, and then you can see it on me. I don't know. I'm going to try to work on getting this better for you guys to see. But Brian's question is, it says, oh, not a question, but a huge thanks for the Fox Instinct boot recommendation. Yes, sir, man. You're going to like them. Have you rode in them yet? Probably not, huh, with all the weather. But maybe, hey, I seen Kingsville's still planning on racing this weekend, which is a good thing for me because I'm like, okay, if Kingsville's still planning on racing, Grain Valley's right up the street, and that's where I'm doing my class. So I'm like, all right, that's good to know. So I'm planning on being there. So, hey, you might have a chance to go try them out at Kingsville this weekend. I know they're going to be open and having some racing. But I feel like you're going to put those boots on, you'll be able to ride them in the first day you got them. You'll feel comfortable. Oh, yeah, so maybe he did ride in them. Here he is saying they're so comfortable. So maybe you got a day in already. Or maybe you just put them on around the house. That's always good to do that. Feel them out a little bit. All right, Big Feist said he's freezing in Jersey. So Nate's pulling for Webb. He's on like a rocks, and I heard people not say he's a crybaby. Hey, I just like his riding style. That's all. That's all. And hey, I've always tell you, I'm pulling for the dude who has been broke off and has if the dude can win a championship, it's the best comeback story ever. And I'm always pulling for people like that because that's not easy. Most people get hurt and you don't see them come back and win championships like that. That's tough to do. And he had back-to-back injuries with the arm and stuff. So I just want to see someone overcome something as most difficult as that to win. Think about it. The class now, think about how long it's been since, he got hurt, and then he got hurt again, then he had the off year where you couldn't tell he wasn't himself. So think about that in a 4-year gap. How much gnarlier is the 450 class in 4 years? Way gnarlier. So if he would come back and win it now, it would have been way harder to win that class today than it was when he was in his prime before he broke his arm. So I think that's just a cool story. So that's why I was kind of pulling for him. It's good, but hey, I got respect for Webb. He's not my favorite dude out there, but how can you not respect the guy? Dude rips. He's a champion, and he's consistent. He's good. So I respect everybody who's out there, no matter what level you're at, because moto's gnarly, period. And even for the privateers, everyone who's out there, dude, it's a gnarly sport. Amateur, the whole sport's gnarly. It's not an easy sport. It's a tough sport. Man, I feel bad that you guys can't really see these, but I'm going to read them to you. I think this is a question because I'm seeing a question mark in the answer, or at the end here. It says, this Tuesday's whoops section is being promoted as very challenging. Should the whoops that exceeded reasonable predictive control to avoid unnecessary risks to the riders. So basically, you're saying that the whoops are gnarly, and I don't know if I understand the question. Should the whoops that exceed reasonable control be avoided? So I think he's asking if the whoops are too gnarly. Is that the deal? If they're too gnarly, is that fair if they're too gnarly? I feel like I posted the whoops. I thought they looked good, in my opinion. But I guarantee you they're way gnarlier than what that picture looked. And I feel like the whoops are always gnarly. I feel like they got gnarlier and gnarlier. But, man, I don't know if – I don't know. Like, I don't know what's too gnarly for those dudes. You know what I mean? Like, I might look at those whoops and be like, that's a little too gnarly for me. But those dudes are on a different level. So – I don't know if they're too gnarly for them. And those things might be like standard for those dudes. They might go out and just skim those things, not take 2 looks at them. But I don't know. I don't know if I understood the question 100%. But either way, if they're maybe you're saying, are they unsafe? Is it unsafe for the guys? I mean, I don't think they looked unsafe. I mean, I looked at them. I mean, that photo I posted on my story, they look super consistent. They're probably super deep, but I feel like the ones that those dudes ride on the weekend are always pretty intimidating. But I feel like those dudes probably at their practice track that they ride at, they have a set built on that level, so they ride those all the time. So for them, it should be standard. Yeah. Let's get Scummy Brap up here. It says, are you in contact with DVS shoes? No, I used to be. I actually used to ride for DVS for multiple years. And actually, DVS, the only time I got free bikes was from DVS. Never got free bikes from, a manufacturer. But I got DVS bought their team bikes. I got free bikes one year. So that was cool. All right, so we got Trent Dog here. Let's see what Trent Dog. He says, what up, big dog? Don't forget to shout out to Kevin Moran's making his first 450 main. Yeah, so I did see that. Big shout out to the local boy, Kevin Moran's. Dude, that's a big accomplishment because, like I was just saying, that class is no joke, dude. And just think about it, Kevin Moran's, he's a young dude coming up. And there was a dude, Tickle, I don't think made the main. That's a big name guy. So props for the up-and-comer. Be on the lookout on him in the 250 class. That's his main class. He's just sneaking in the 450 right now to get a little extra track time. Because he's riding. He's on the West Coast, right? What's going on right now? East or West? Get confused. All right, Big Nate here. Oh, sorry. Thought we had a question. My bad. Yeah. So see. Let's get Curtis. Curtis said pretty normal time of the year for science. See, told you, Mel. Down there hiding in the closet. Told her. All right, so here's Mom. We'll give Mom up here a little shout out. Mama Dukes hanging. Oh, Mel's down there. See? No need to panic. So maybe I should post the photo of you now. She had your helmet on. The best was she grabbed the old helmet at first, and then she went to put it on. She kind of looked at it, and there was spider webs, and she's had to run out to go get a different one. Oh, wait, she posted it. All right. Curtis is saying she posted it. He said, I saw Mel's IG post in her helmet. I didn't see it. All right. I didn't even know she posted it. All right, we'll see. I don't even have to put you on blast. You already put yourself on blast. Yeah, she was not happy. Look, Ronnie makes me so mad during tornadoes. Yeah, I don't listen. That's what I just do what I want. She gets frustrated. I'm the guy staring out the window trying to get a peek at it. Where's it at? I want to see the thing. But I did see a photo. Mel showed me a photo of I think the one that touched down in Belton. Is that where it touched down? Or did it touch down in Stillwell? Touched down somewhere close to me. And someone had a picture of it because she showed me. So, and it was a tornado. It was a real one. But I don't think it lasted long. All right, so Liam has got mad question marks up here. So we're going to make sure we don't miss this dude. He says, who would you say was a more talented rider, Pastrana or Nate Adams? Dude, to be honest with you, that's an easy question. Travis Pastrana has a ton more natural talent than Nate Adams, but Nate Adams is a hard-working dude. We lived close enough to ride together a ton, and that dude was like a machine. He was like another Taka. Nate trained like a machine, and he didn't mess up. So both of those dudes are good, but if I was going to say who had more gifting, and it probably became easier to him would be Travis. But Nate still is at the top of his game, and still, I don't know if he really beat Pastrana when Pastrana was in his prime. I feel like Nate came in second a lot to Pastrana, but Pastrana was pretty hard to beat in his prime. I mean, he had the industry behind him too, and I feel like he got a lot of favoritism. Not taking anything away from the dude. I'm not saying he didn't deserve to win when he won. I'm just saying I don't think Nate, you know what I'm saying? Pastrana always had a little bit of edge, I think, that when he was in his prime. But, dude, end of the day, Nate Adams, a hard-working dude, and got to the top of the sport, won multiple gold medals, and much respect for both those dudes. But definitely, it probably came a little easier for Pastrana. And that's how it is sometimes. You know, some dudes, like Twitch is a type of guy has natural talent. Like, look at Hanson. Hanson's so much natural talent. There's dudes who are just, like, really good, and then they don't have to, like, feel like they don't have to work as hard. It comes easier to them. And then there's other guys who are good, but they got to really work really hard to, like, be up in the top. They got to work for it. But they can get there because they got skills. And that's kind of, I saw Nate like that. Taka, all those dudes. Any of those dudes in the top 10 in all the sports are sick. I feel like some just might come a little bit easier for others. So let's see. Is this another question? Yeah. Oh, no, that's just, I was reading Big Nate Steele there for a second. Sorry. I thought he had a question. But shout out to Pastrana and all those dudes. I don't want to anybody ever think I'm never putting anybody down, dude, ever. So Travis is sick, and that dude's gnarly. He's done a lot of stuff. He didn't do a lot of stuff first. Think about that. That's the thing. Like, he was dude lifting the bar, you know what I mean? Setting the bar up, going for things first. That's gnarly. Because people don't know what's possible, and he was that type of guy to push the sport, first double flip. And I know the 360, people would say, who did it first, Deegan or Travis? But still, at the end of the day, both those dudes were doing it at the same event. They were both working at it, going up to that event. So, big innovator of the sport for sure. All right, so let's get Big Nate up here again. He says, do you remember Dan Bovine? From younger years of racing. Am I saying that right? Bovin? I don't think this Big Feist, you remember that name? I don't know if I remember that name. I could be saying it wrong, but I'm not 100% sure. Where's he from? He's from East Coast? He's from back where I grew up? Yep. All right, so let's get Andre up here. He says, did you ever ride at Pastrana's house? I've never had the opportunity. Yeah, me and Travis are cool, but we never been like super tight friends to where I feel like he's texting me or calling me and send me an invite to come over. But we're like super cool. Like, dude, actually, he swung by my house here when he was in the Midwest racing at the NASCAR track a few months back, which I thought was super cool because that was a surprise. You know, I thought it was really cool for him to stop in. But we're like super cool, super respectful, but I don't think we're like super tight where he's like, yo, come ride my spot. But I will go if he hit me up. I'd be pumped to go. These look sick. All right, let's get Liam back up in here. It says, what's your reaction when Pastrana tried the backflip bar spin at Best Trick in 2005 at Best Trick, and was the beef between him and Deegan real? I mean, as far as I think they played it up a little bit. You know, I don't really think there was any Deegan wanted to win. I feel like they both wanted to beat each other at the end of the day because both those dudes wanted to win. But I don't think there was beef to where there was like any type of hatred or like. I think the they played off of like the All-American young Travis Pastrana, good boy, clean cut guy, and then the Metal Militia, Brian Deegan. So I think it was just a lot of that was just hyped up for just to make a cool show. But I don't remember like Deegan ever like not liking Pastrana or anything like that. So no, I don't think I wouldn't go there. But first part of the question, what was your reaction to Pastrana when he tried the backflip bar spin at Best Trick in 2005? Man, I don't even remember him trying it. He didn't, man, I can't even remember, to be honest with you, I can't remember it, dude. That's how bad my memory is. Hey, all I know, but I'm like trying to think back. I'm like 2005. Like, where was X Games in 2005? Was it in Philly? Like, I can't even totally remember him trying. I know he tried a lot of things, but I don't personally remember him trying that one. So I can't remember what my reaction was. But I was probably, he didn't land it, right? I remember he tried to build something with the thing turn. It didn't work, did it? No, I don't think it did. But I was probably surprised that he tried it. I was always surprised. I remember the first time he tried his double flip, I was like nervous for him because I was like, whoa, dude, he's gonna try a double flip. It was gnarly. That was a big memory. That was a big thing. That was Staples Center. I remember that one clear. That was gnarly. That was cool to be there. I'm trying to think of other stuff that. All right, here's one I remember Travis trying. Do you guys remember when he tried the? I don't even know what you want to call it. Was it like a 360? What was it? It was a 360 or 540. What was that, Fake Fights? I don't even know what he called it, but he basically went off the ramp and did like a full-on, it was like an inverted 360, 540 flare or something. I don't even know, dude, but he didn't make it. He crashed, but that was gnarly. That was like a BMX bicycle trick and tried to do it on a dirt bike. So, but that's what I'm saying. He was gnarly. He definitely wasn't scared to come out and try things that no one knew if it could be possible. That's what I'm saying. You got to respect the dude. And dude's good at everything, too. I mean, he used to do good in rally cars and pretty much everything. He was a killer racer. And you guys remember, like, Travis was ripped before he came over and started doing freestyle. He ripped as a racer. Travis is bad, dude. All right, so let's see. Yeah, sorry I don't remember that one, dude. That's just... can't remember everything these days. All right, so we got Kyle here. He says, what MX trick surprised you the most at X Games? Probably just answer that one, maybe. Travis when he did the double backflip, or Chuck Carruthers when he did the first body varial, or a different trick that progressed the sport. All right, so I've kind of just talking about this a little bit. I do remember Travis doing, I feel like all those did. All those definitely progressed the sport. Chuck Carruthers doing a first body varial, then everyone's like, whoa, that stuff's possible. Travis doing the first backflip was probably one of the gnarliest things, because I was just like, whoa, dude, like, can you really do that on a dirt bike? Can you double flip a dirt bike? Like, that's so gnarly. So I think that one, I remember just sitting there being nervous. I remember, like, I'm not even the one going to do this right now, and I'm nervous for him because I don't want to see anybody get hurt. And I was just thinking, like, dude, this is gnarly. So that one, but that one I just talked about, I don't know what he called that, but it was, I don't know, man. It looked like he went off and did like a crazy 360, but off angle. It was gnarly. It wasn't a 360. I don't know what he called it. So I would say those two tricks, and I would give a double backflip way gnarlier than a body varial at the end of the day. Because the body varial, your bike straight, you just got to spin and get back on it. When you got to rotate two flips, that's pretty gnarly. But, dude, look how good guys have gotten these days. So where they do them pretty consistent and rip them off. Like, it's like I seen guys just drilling them in practice. So you can master that trick. And you can master body varials too. Because Taka does them every day he rides. Every time I go to watch Taka do a freestyle session, he does one. It's his last trick of the day every time. He does his tricks in order every single time. Dude's like, he's another machine. He's like clockwork. I'm just trying to think, is there any other tricks that would have progressed the sport? Dude, the front flip, dude. I got to throw that in there. Front flip at the end of the day, I think I would have to say it's still gnarlier than a double backflip because there's more people stomping double backflips consistently than guys doing front flips. That always tells you right off the bat what trick's gnarlier. You don't have to, you just got to know who's doing it, how many guys are doing it. And when all the top dudes are doing it, and like doing it like it's easy, you know, okay, that trick's, you know, easy, or not, I won't say easy, but it's easier than that one, because then you're like, how come there's only 2 or 3 guys doing that one? Well, it's because it's way gnarlier, way harder to learn, way more inconsistent, way more risk. So you can't forget about the front flip. Front flip definitely changed the game. And the guys who are doing it off of the normal ramp, not to take any thing off the you know, they call it the cheater ramp, just because it bucks you, so it gives you a little cheat. Still gnarly at the end of the day, still front flip on a dirt bike, but way easier than the just flipping a regular ramp. The guys who have doing front flips off of regular ramps, that is so gnarly because there's no help. It's just, so sketchy in my opinion. But the dudes do it. All right. And is there anything else? What else has been gnarly in freestyle? There's been body varials, been double flips, front flips. I mean, I feel like we've seen every single variation in a flip almost done. I mean, look, I think double grab flips and rock solid flips are just gnarly. They look sick. So it's cool. There's so many. I mean, clip hanger flips, like all those tricks look gnarly upside down. All right, let's see here. What is Big Feist? Yeah, here Big Feist. He says the guy going for the back flip with the football helmets and the work gloves. Do you guys remember that? What was that dude's name? He showed up to the Staples Center. Dude, I honestly feel like he showed up for like 2 years, maybe 3 years in a row, and he kept trying backflips, but he kept crashing. I know somebody remembers who he was. He was super nice, so I'm not clowning the dude. He was a nice guy. I met him. He super was cool. He was he just had a funny setup, so everybody laughed at him a little bit. He had a football jersey on with like leather gardening gloves. Or no, he had a hockey jersey on, which were like football pads. Or maybe he had a football jersey with hockey pads with gardening gloves. So he just looked didn't look like a normal dude showing up to win best trick. He kind of just had his own look. And I can't remember his name. He was from the Midwest, I think. Scott Murray, right? Is that the right name? Scott Murray? I don't know. That might be right. I don't know. But anyway, he went for it, and I don't think he ever made it. But hey, the dude went for it. We'll give him respect for trying. I don't think he ever stuck it, but he was trying. Crash, I think every year. But it was entertaining. I think everybody was like, "Dude, is this guy serious? He's really gonna try this right now?" But he didn't get hurt. That's the thing. I'm glad no one got hurt. All right, so we got. Let's see. We got Brandon Clark. So, all right, it was Brandon. Met Brandon at church yesterday. What up, my brother? What's good? He says, I think I'll have to attempt a black flip myself when I get the national. What do you think? Don't do it. No. Don't do a backflip, dude. If you don't have a foam pit, that's always tell you. You don't have a foam pit, don't try it. Dude, at the end of the day, it's not even worth it. Unless you got to do it for a living, you don't need to learn it. We learned it because that's how we made a living. If you want to be competitive, you had to do it. So you're almost forced. So either we're not going to be able to keep up with the sport, or you had to learn it. So it's different for us, And we not all of us have foam pits, but I was lucky enough to have one, and I think that's the smartest way to do it. Because even I've told this probably a million times, even after I did it in the foam pit, 10, 15, 20 times, I still crashed my first one on dirt. And I've crashed many more after that. Even after doing them for years, would mess one up and get hurt. So they're just, they can get you. So don't do it. All right, Danny B, my brother, he says, what up, dude? Who made the new graphics and the new mic? Who do you think? You know this ain't me. This is all Mel. Mel hooked it up. Living the podcast life. I'm doing it big, brother. What? I got the mic. At first, I'm like, does it look corny? I was going to make her set up. I used to have the old one that was up here. I was going to make her set up the old one. But this was an easier setup. And then we were thinking that we have a whole new, we basically took my desktop and put it in here. So we got the Apple Mac. It's not whatever this thing is. It's big. I'm looking at a big screen now. It used to be on my little laptop, but I don't think the laptop could keep up with you guys. That's why we're having issues. So we got rid of the laptop and we're going big. So this is a new setup, but I keep looking up here because the screen's there, but you guys are here. So now, I got to get used to the new setup here. I got to come down and talk to you guys. So that's why I'm looking off over here because I'm reading the screen. All right. But we're trying to make it. I think he was a Big Fight saying he was the Green Bay area. Was that his name? Scott Murray? Does that sound familiar? I think that might have been his name. Green Bay. All right, so we got Liam up here again. He says, what are your thoughts on Seth Enslow and Robbie Madison with the long distance jumping? Dude, I think that stuff's sick. I think both those dudes are gnarly, Seth and Robbie. They both jump super gnarly stuff. And I think it's cool. I think Robbie gets super creative, and I think some of the stuff he's even done has just been really cool to watch because he thinks of stuff outside the box. Like, who would have thought about riding a dirt bike into a like big wave? Like who thinks of that? But dude, he did, and he did it, and it was gnarly. So, and then he's just done some different type of stuff. Remember when he jumped up in Vegas? He did the step up onto the casino, then he stepped off at a casino. He just done some, I feel like he did a couple of those, but I remember that one. I was there for that one. That was gnarly. And if you guys remember, he almost overjumped them when he went off. He landed right at the bottom of the landing. If he would have overjumped that would have been so sketchy. But no, not much respect for both those dudes. Just got a chance. I actually just saw them both. They were both at Chris Ackerman's memorial when I was out in California. So good to see both those guys. Madison and Sethro are super cool dudes. All right, so Brian's going for it. All right, Brian says, I'm racing Sunday. Any last-minute advice? Man, I would just have fun. First race of the year, just get warmed up, man. Go out there, make sure you're breathing, make sure you got water in the system, and just, I would say, hey, it's Kingsville. You know that track. You've probably rode it a million times. You know the lines that are going to develop. Start riding that track in your mind all this week. Start clicking off get your lines down in your mind. Start clicking off laps all week. And I don't know if you have a chance to practice before the race, but if you do, get some starts in, man. Start practicing some starts because that's going to be a big part of. I mean, we can see that as we're watching the Supercross series how important starts are. So getting a good start is going to be key to having a good race finish. So and just have fun. Like I said, first one of the year, dude. Go out there and cruise. I mean, not like cruise and let everybody pass you, but I'm just saying, be smart, man. Ride smart, have fun, and you got a long summer ahead of you. Get the cobwebs off from winter, dust off the boots. But yeah, dude, that's pretty sweet you're racing. I need to come out there and check you out there ripping it up. All right, so they got Anthony P. He says, I was watching the old LBZ Chrome video. I think it was. There was a lady who looked identical to the skin graphic. Is that the graphic that came out? I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know, dude. Could be. Hey, you might have caught something that the rest of us never noticed. It could be. And I'm not 100% sure, but it could be. All right, so Chris is saying whatever happened to LBZ, so I pair of those pants. Mike Russell is the owner of LBZ, and he's still around. I did see him somewhere in Cali not that long ago, so I know he's still out there. Maybe I can't remember where it was, but he's still kicking it. I don't think LBZ is doing stuff these days, but I know Mike Russell's still out there kicking it. I think he might have a new company right now. I'm not sure. All right, so here we go. Tommy Shea, always looking for some phone blocks. We got Howard's up in here. No good. What up, Howard? Don't worry about being late, brother. Glad you're here. Yeah, the downhill ski jump. Trent's talking about that. I remember that. Yeah, that was when he did that with, dude, who's the, gosh, man, sometimes I can't think of names. Levi. What's Levi's last name? You guys know him, the snowmobile champion. Levi Lusko. That's a Christian pastor. It's not Levi Lusko. What is Levi's last name? Dude, I get mad when I can't think of stuff. But anyway, he did the jump with, I know, how do you spell Levi? You know I can't spell. Levi Sherwood popped up. It's not him. He's a freestyle dude. But anyway, dude, he's a champion. Red Bull rides. I just can't think of his last name right now. I'm bummed right now because he's super nice. I should know his last name without thinking. But as you can see, my memory, Levi LaValle. That's what I'm trying to think of. Gosh, man, he's a cool dude. That's who he did that jump with. Down this, it was basically Madison and Levi side by sides, and they launched it down that hill. So that was a cool one. Yeah, LaValle. See, Howard knew. Yeah, everybody knew. Everybody knew but me. That's right. Man, I keep bumping my head these days. Trent's like, what's wrong, guy? Dude, X-Mel. How do you spell Levi? Yo, hey, I ride dirt bikes, all right? I don't get paid to spell. But, dude, I can't remember nothing. That's my problem, dude. Like, seriously? Memory's shot. I've already realized that. But, hey, it's all good. We're doing good in life. Life is good. Yeah, it's La Valley. I know. I feel bad. He's like, every time I see him, he's like the nicest dude in the world. I always talk to him. Just pin it. Yeah. All right. You guys are clowning me now, dude, because I bumped my head too many times. But anyway, what else we got going? We got 15 minutes. What should we chop it up with the last 15? You guys clown me because I can't spell and can't remember nothing, but it's all good. Nothing? 15 concussions? I'm playing. You got 15 or me? I don't know. Dude, honestly, I don't even know how many I've had. Trent's saying he's got over 15 concussions. Haha, don't blame us. Dude, I don't even know how many. I don't think I had, like, dude, Nate Adams had so many concussions that his doctor seriously told him you can't even ride no more. Like, dude, you're done. Don't get on the bike. Don't ride because your brain is so tender and sensitive right now. If you have any more concussions, like, it's going to be serious. So he had to take a break. I never got to that point. But I feel like I've had enough that I've already realized through the years that my short-term memory is horrible. And I used to just think, oh, yeah, I'm like, whatever, I might forget a little stuff here and there. But seriously, this is how I knew it was bad. Like, me and my cousin are super close. And his wife was pregnant. I don't know which baby it was because he's got 5. Probably going on 6 by now. He's got so many kids. But I remember her being pregnant, and then the baby was born. He actually sent me a picture. Totally forgot all this. And then the next time we're like texting, I'm like, what's the baby do? And he's like April. And I'm like, April? Cause it was like July when I texted that. And I'm like, April? I'm like, wait a second. And then I like scrolled up a little bit and I saw all the pictures that he sent me of the kid being born. And I didn't remember none of that. And I was like, dang, dude. I'm like, I'm really starting to lose my memory. I'm like, because I'll forget, like me and Mel have conversations, I forget completely sometimes. It's sad. All right. But it's part of life. It happens. So hopefully it doesn't get worse with age. Because I'm not really even that old and I can't remember nothing. All right. Enough clowning on myself. Danny B, are you racing a vet class this year? Actually, I don't know, dude. Like I thought about it last year and I don't know. Like, I think if I can get in good enough shape to where I think I could win, I'd probably go for it. Are you? You racing? What's up, Danny B? Got to get out there and go for it. But it's definitely, I kicked around the idea last year. You know, you start going out to track moto and you're just watching, you start thinking, like, start missing it. You're like, dude, maybe I should get out there and burn some laps and get in some racing. And then I keep seeing Deegan race all the time. And I saw Renard race. And you start seeing people that, like, guys that you came up with, you know, guys, and all those dudes were racers before they were freestyle guys. You know, Renner was a racer, Deegan was a racer. We all raced before we became freestyle guys. And you see those guys, like, sneaking, getting in some races. And you think, shoot, dude, I might have to get it back out there. So maybe. It definitely could be happening. Let's get Moto Triple X up here. I says, what are your thoughts regarding the e-bikes? I think the e-bikes are sweet if you have a track and you got neighbors, because Nate ain't gonna fire nobody up. Because Nate used to have brought one when I still had my track in Cali. Nate would come over and ride one, and I would, if I was done and he was still out there riding, I'm in the house and all you could hear is zoom, zoom. It's like the little zinger bike. So, I mean, I don't personally want one. I like the bark. I like the sound of the motors. I like the smell of gas. Like, I don't want electric nothing. I'm Green New Deal out the window, dude. I'm burning gas. Like I ain't into the electric stuff. I want to make noise and smell gas. But hey, people might like them, and it's probably like I said, it's good to keep the noise down. If you got neighbors that get fired up, but I like gas stuff. Keep it OG, right? Motorcycles. All right, so let's see. I want to make sure I don't miss anybody. We got a few more. Citizen, what do you think? All right, here we go. He says, Trent says, do you think Webb will pull... Did it come up? All right, it says, do you think Webb will pull a 3P in Arlington? I hope not. I hope not, but he could. Like, Trey, he's so good, man. You don't know, but I'm hoping that Roxon gets in there. Roxon needs a win, dude. He needs to get back on the podium. Needs to get a win. He needs Webb to have a bad weekend, at least an off weekend, and not get on the podium to try to make up the gap. So could he do it? I 100% think he for sure could do it. He's got that much talent, but I hope it don't happen. Because I want to see 94 take the championship. All right, here's Brandon. He says, what is your input on the Greg Duffy front flip? I don't know who Greg Duffy is. Is he one of one of the Nitro guys? I'm assuming that's what my first thought was. Maybe he's a Nitro dude and he does front flips on the Nitro tour. So I don't know him. I've never met him and I don't recognize the name, but that could be where he's from. And I just haven't seen it. So I haven't seen his style, so I don't know. But I could be wrong. Yeah, see? Howard was saying, Brian Deegan is racing. You need a race. Yep. I know. Deegan was out there. I texted him today, too. I said, how'd you do? And he didn't hit me back. I think he's racing. This is what he told me. This is what he told me a couple weeks ago. He said he's going, as soon as he can race the 50 plus 50 class, he's going to go to Loretta's. So that's why you're starting to see him popping up in these races. So he's preparing. He's got a goal. He wants to go to Loretta's, but he wants to go in the 50 class. And Deegan, I think Deegan's 47 now. So he's got a couple years before he goes down to Loretta's in the 50 plus class, but he's sneaking in those races in the 40 plus class now, getting his, endurance back in, getting back in the groove. But I think that'd be pretty cool. I wouldn't mind going down to Loretta's too, but I need to get in shape and just win a local race before I worry about going down to Loretta's and winning a national. So yeah, I might have to step it up and just go out there and hit one. All right, so DK, worst injury you have had? Mine was definitely my left knee. Yeah, I would agree with you. Probably the most pain that I had was my femur. I broke my left femur. That was definitely probably the most painful break I did. But I did do both of my ACLs on my right knee and my left knee, and both of them were a longer recovery time. It took me 6 months on both of my knees to recover, and it only took me 4 months to come back from my femur break. But the tear in the ACL didn't hurt as bad. I remember the day I did it. I remember I was walking around in my garage after I did it. Like, I crashed and I was like, I felt it would go when I basically had to ditch my bike and land on my feet. And I landed on my feet and my knee went, I felt it go like that. Like, it shifted, boom. So picture jumping a 75-foot ramp and ditching your bike and just rolling up the window straight to your feet. Boom, my knee went, and I was like, oh, dude, I like knew it. It was, it was burning. I'm like, oh, dude, I blew out my knee. And then I got, sat down in the garage for a little bit, and then I was like thinking, all right, it's not hurting as bad now. And I stood up, and I'm like walking around, and then you start thinking like, all right, maybe it's just a small tear. Like, maybe I could ride, or maybe you start thinking. But when you break the femur, a whole different ballgame. Like, you're not moving. I broke my femur. I couldn't even move. They had to hit me with the morphine and put me on the stretcher before I couldn't move me even until they hit me with morphine to get me even on the stretcher to get me to the hospital. It was way more intense pain. That one hurts. So none of them are fun, but definitely knee injuries are take time to come back. I feel like tendons just take longer to heal than bones. But all injuries suck. That's for sure. All right, here we got Curtis here. He says, how do you know where you stack up if you don't just send it? Wait, hold on. How do you know where you stack up if you don't just send it? Haha. Wait, what is he saying? Wait, I want to understand the question. How do you know where you stack up if you don't just send it? Oh, I get it. So you're talking about like on Brian, like you saying is that what you're saying for the race? Oh, or for me? For me, you're saying like, how do I know where I'm going to fit in if I just don't go pin it in the race? Or maybe you're talking about, I don't know. Talking about one of us, dude. Because I was telling Brian to just cruise, huh? Hey, I'm just saying, long year ahead of you. You know what I mean? You can learn a lot in the first race. Just cruise a little bit, maybe see where you get in when you fit in. But some people have a different view to me. Hey, I'm 45 is the way I think now. Hey, or 44. I think different. I ain't 22 no more, bro. I think different. Like, let me feel this out a little bit. I want to go home in one piece. Smooth as fast. That's how I roll. Think different now, dude. Old guy. Plus, at the end of the day, like, dude, like Brian, like, you know what I mean? He's doing this for fun. I'm doing this for fun. Like, I get it. I know. I don't know. I feel like, I know. It's probably all changes. Just get out there in the gate drops. You're probably going to just go for it. But, like, going into it, it's like, man, I feel like Brian, he's working a job. Like, I got a million things to do during the week. I ain't trying to end up in the hospital. Like, that's why I like, hey, I'll be at 75% at the track. When you see me riding, that is not 100%. That's 75. And when you see me slow down, I'm backing it down to 45 because I'm tired. I'm cruising, boy. I ain't trying to kill myself. Been in this long enough to know there ain't nothing fun about sitting in the hospital. It is not fun. And when you're my age, 40, I always round up. I'm 43, but I'll be 44 in 3 months. I round up. I'm in my 44th year. I'm turning 44 in June. I know. Yeah, so Brian says, look, at 39, I hear you. Tough to keep up with the young guns. Yeah, I mean, it's just everyone has different spots. It's like, I look at Brian's, like, I've worked with Brian. I know where he's at. Like, dude, he's got a good job. He's, he's got a wife, Hey, he's doing this for fun, No need to go out there in the first race and just go bonsai and cartwheel and then blow your whole year. You just got the new boots. Like, dude, go have fun on this one. Make it a learning weekend. Go out there. You don't have to, like, dude, like, who you don't have to press it. Like, no one impressed, dude. Go out there, challenge. Like, be on your hey, I'm going to be smooth this week. I'm going to just maybe see where I fit in. And then, like, build a little confidence. And then, like, okay, it doesn't mean you go out there and just don't try. Just ride smart, There's a difference between bonsaiing and cartwheel in the first race of the year and then going out there and having a game plan, having your lines, hitting your marks, right into your potential, but not overdoing it, Try to finish and build a little confidence. Now, going into next week, and okay, all right, finish wherever I finish. Maybe you'll win. Maybe you'll get top 3. Maybe you get 5th. Wherever. Now you can build on that. Go, okay, cool. Hey, I finished 5th this weekend, and I was kind of I didn't even really go as hard as I might be able to go. So, hey, next weekend I'm going to get top 3. And then let's build a little momentum. I've always been like that. Momentum's key. Crashes and setbacks, injuries just kill confidence. When you reach a small little goal, you build confidence along the way. And I always think building confidence is the best way, because once your confidence is up, it changes the game. Like, you've seen that. Like, look at who's the best advice, or best, not advice, but best example of is the mullet. Gosh, I can't think of people's names sometimes. Someone put it up there. Plessinger, right? One good race up there 2 weekends in a row. That's all. That's confidence. Dude had the talent the whole time, but it's just that one time when the confidence gets there and everything switches. So I'm saying, maybe you just look at it, let's go build some confidence this weekend. We're not going to just go bonsai, but we're going to try to build confidence and be smooth and be smart and ride fast. So, yeah, Plessinger. I got it. It took me a second. AP. Yep, AP. And, dude, he has the strongest accent in the world. Me and Mel were like, where's he from, Alabama? We were, like, looking it up online. We're like, he's got to be from the South. But, hey, cool. Hey, it's good to see new guys up there, guys like that have been working hard, kind of been in, like, just right out of the mix. But, Pleasant killed it in the 250 class for a while, and now it's finally developing into that 250 rider that he was into the 450 class. So, cool. I love seeing those dudes do good like that. All right, so let's see here. 36. Yeah, so we got the I can't. He's 36. Just got the leftover 2020. Getting back in the riding. I still have stamina. See, hey, 36. Hey, I was going hard at 36 too, dude. It starts to change pretty quick. It's all right here, dude. I'm gonna tell you right now. It's all right here. When this is set on like wherever this is, I'm telling you, that's where things go. When I was 36, I was still charging it. I still wanted it. But when this decided, I want to take it a little bit easier, then things change. It's all right. When you got the talent, the body's healthy, body can do the human body's like, it can do stuff. Like it can heal, it can do all that stuff. But this is like the key right here, especially in the top competitor level or competing at a top level. It's not that you don't know the tricks or you don't have the skills or you can't compete with those guys, but it comes down to what are you thinking in your head right now about what do you want in the wrist? How hard do you want to push it? What's your goal for the weekend? What do you want out of it? It's like so much is here, and I know that, and I've just seen it. When you're wanting it, you're able to go for it. But as soon as you decide in your head that you're like, okay, I'm going to start backing it down, things will just mental game, dude. And I got to the point where I decided to say, hey, you know what? I don't want to take big risk anymore. I've had an awesome career. I made it. I'm out in one piece. I'm just going to ride for fun now. I'm going to enjoy. So I ride Moto the track all the time. But I do miss the ramps, and I actually can't wait to get a setup one day and go just rip some freestyle. I just want to jump the jump. I don't want to do anything crazy. I just want to jump it, do a couple easy tricks. But that's it. I just want to ride to enjoy the love of riding bikes. It's the whole reason why I started. It's the whole reason probably why you started. It's because it's fun and you enjoy it. And I want to keep on enjoying it. And I want to be able to enjoy this, for many more years down the road. And I know what it's like to be hurt because, and probably a lot of you guys do it. And that stuff's not fun. And I want to close the window as much as I can and narrow the chances of me getting hurt. And that, to me, is backing it down a little bit, backing it down a hair and riding smooth and smart, being in control. Like, I'm a coach now, so everything that I'm coaching, I'm still I want to master myself. I want to, what's the best way to say it? Practice what I preach. That's what I'm saying. Like, what I'm teaching, I'm on the track just trying to master it as well. I want to be smooth and fast, right technique in every part of the track, in control, no mistakes, or at least less mistakes. Mel's up in here. I know she has something to say. She just snuck in. I missed somebody. Okay. Okay, so I missed Josh. Sorry, brother. Oh, right here.
No, he did 2 questions.
Oh, yeah, I see his 350 class. I just saw his 351. All right, right here. Sorry, dude. I don't know how I missed you. All right, so basically try to ride with Twitch and those guys is anytime I get out to California, which, but the last 2 times I went, it was one time he was leaving, the second time he didn't have his motorbike, so it didn't work out. But if I'm in California, it's usually go ride with those guys. So not as much as I like. I got out there January, February this year. I was thinking about going in March, but I think I'm going to skip March now and just kick off the Midwest stuff here. But hopefully get out there this summer. Be out there, maybe do a summer trip. And so every 6 months, I would say, but not enough. I miss riding with those dudes. I miss riding Fox Raceway, dude. I got to rip there a couple weeks ago, and man, that place is so good. Oh wait, he had one more. Wait, we're gonna get right here. So it's Josh again. And he says, "How are you liking the 350?" Everyone, I'm on a 450. I don't know why everybody thinks I'm on a 350. I'm on a 450. I only borrowed a 350 one time when I was in California, and I posted it. And I think a lot of people thought that was my bike. That was just a borrowed bike that I borrowed from Husqvarna for the day. So I actually have a 450, and I haven't even rode my new one. I got a brand new one, 2021, sitting in the garage. Bone stock. Haven't even put my graphics on it yet. I'm waiting. I ordered plastic because I'm taking all the Rockstar. It's a Rockstar edition. It all comes with the Rockstar plastic, and that stuff's like, it's not sticker plastic. It's like it's like in the plastic. It's part of the kit. So I'm taking all that off and then getting all new blank plastics, and then gonna put my graphic kit on. So once I get all that done, I'm gonna go out and ride that thing as soon as this rain stops. So looking forward to it. Got a brand new bike. It's always fun to ride a new bike, new tires. Can't wait. Where's Big Feist?
Up, I think, a little bit.
Where's Big Feist? Right here? What did he say? Wait. He says, I had to give him a fleet enema when he broke his femur. Yelled like a baby. Of course. The highlight of your day, wasn't it? Hey. Really have to? Yeah. Oh. Big Feist had to do a lot of things. I broke both of my arms. I broke both of my wrists when I was a mini rider in high school. And what happens when you got 2 casts like this? Can't wipe your butt, can't brush your teeth, can't eat your food, can't do nothing. So who do you think did that? Big Feist. First time I got done taking a dump, and I was like, "Hey, Dad, I'm done." He came in the bathroom with a broomstick with toilet paper, wrapped it around the end. And he said, "All right, bend over." He was clowning. But hey, we've been through a lot. That's what me and Big Feist got funny stories.
And then when Jesse was just saying that his buddy Carter had a bad crash.
Carter?
In the hospital, so.
All right.
Carter.
All right.
You can't hear anything I'm saying.
All right, so yeah, we're getting close here. It's 8:01, so let me see. All right, so Trent, hit me up, brother, and then just think this is the last one here. It says for the sponsorships, where would you want the sticker on my car, and would you and Mel be interested in coming to the crew for me one time in my race car for Jesse? I don't know, dude. You got races coming up? Yeah, we're going to have to check you out. All right, hey, much love. Thank you all for hanging out. We're going to have to check out Jesse at one of these races. And thanks for all your questions, man. Cool night. Good times. Went by too fast like it always does. Good times. Did you know Do It for Dale means? No. Dale Earnhardt. We didn't know. Yeah, Dale Earnhardt. She didn't know. Do it for Dale. All right, hey, thanks again for hanging out here on Moto Mondays. We'll be back next week. Same place, same time. You know how we do it. So I hope you guys like the new setup. And much love. Peace out.